Morning, everyone. I'm here to announce the winners of our April Composer of the Month project. Our composer was Beethoven. First up, I have a work by Ethan Wilson. Ethan found many great facts about Beethoven. His date of birth is unknown, although we do celebrate Beethoven's birthday usually in December. His father hid his birth date so that he appeared younger than he was as he was a child prodigy, and his father wanted him to have a bigger wow factor. So he hid his actual age. He had a tumultuous relationship with his father. His father forced him to practice. He'd often make him cry. Beethoven, he had many health issues. The most common one that people know about is how he lost his hearing. He started to lose his hearing at age 26, and by age 44, he was completely deaf. Also, it is known that playing the piano is usually really helpful with our math skills. That's kind of a thing that people say, but Beethoven did not like math, and that was not one of his strong suits in life. He and Mozart shared the same teacher, Franz Joseph Haydn, who was also a great composer. And many musicians wanted piano lessons from Beethoven, but he did not like teaching. He only wanted to teach pretty girls. So thank you so much, Ethan. Your work will be on display for other students to see. Our second winner is Colin Peeke, and Colin found some interesting facts about Beethoven, including that his nickname was the Spaniard. He had a rough childhood, again, with his father. He was unlucky in love. In fact, Beethoven never married. He often pursued women who were out of his social status or were already married or just unavailable. So he just was unlucky in love in many aspects. It is said that he died during a thunderstorm at age 56. And he was the third Ludwig Van Beethoven in his family. So thank you so much, Colin. That will be on display for everybody to see. Some other submissions I received. My student Rocco Bolano was able to go to New York City over spring break, and he discovered while hanging out in Central Park that there is a bust of Beethoven in the middle of Central Park. So I went a bit further and I looked up, like, why is that there? So here it is. So in 1884, the German American Society donated the bust to represent music and also to represent German Americans in America. The association that runs the park accepted it, especially because at that time there were statues honoring poets and scientists, but this was the first statue to honor a musician. And Central Park is known throughout its history to host free concerts for the community to enjoy. So thank you so much for finding that, Rocco. And if you guys go to Central Park, maybe you'll see that. And then I also have some information about some of Beethoven's specific pieces. So my student Charlie Comunale is currently working on Beethoven's Fifth Symphony for our piano recital. And this is one of the most popular pieces of all time, not just a Beethoven piece, but just of all time in classical music. It has this opening theme that pretty much everybody knows. And that has been replicated and sampled in all different genres of music for many, many years. And here is some information about this piece. So it's written in 4 movements, and a movement is similar to what a chapter is to a book. So when we have a piece that's written in movements, it's different parts, and those parts combine to make a complete piece, just like chapters combine to make a complete book. So Beethoven's Fifth is in 4 movements. They total 30 to 40 minutes when the piece is performed in its entirety. It is one of the most popular pieces performed by symphonies throughout the world. It was written between the years of 1804 and 1808. It premiered while Beethoven was losing his hearing, and he actually did conduct it. It premiered in Vienna. He had to stop it and restart it because he wasn't happy with a part of the piece. It had like a lackluster premiere. It wasn't so well regarded at that moment. But then a year and a half later, it was performed again, and it got rave reviews. And the public and music critics realized how important the piece is with its technical and its emotional realms. It goes from grief to joy throughout the entire piece. And that main theme that I played for you is replicated throughout every movement throughout the whole piece. It is sometimes called the Victory Symphony, using the V, the Roman numeral V. It got that moniker during World War II. And then I also wanted to share some information about the piece Moonlight Sonata, because that's a piece I performed and shared on my YouTube channel. And that piece was very, very popular when it debuted during Beethoven's life. It has that name based off of a music critic who said it sounded like moonlight shining on Lake Lucerne. Now, while the typical sonata organization, again, it's made up of movements, a sonata. So the typical organization is a fast movement, a slow movement, a fast movement, a fast movement, or fast, slow, fast. Sonatas are usually 4 movements or 3 movements, okay? But the Moonlight Sonata goes from slow to medium to fast. And I prepared the first movement for everybody to hear. And if you'd like to check it out, it's on my YouTube channel. And it's also considered the inspiration for another one of my favorite pieces, the Fantasy Impromptu by Chopin. So those are the facts we have about Beethoven. And I'm going to share the link for Charlie Comunale's performance of Beethoven's 5th Symphony in the caption for this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed what we found out about Beethoven. And thank you everybody for participating. Bye.